Hello everybody and welcome to the first card reveal stream, card review, reveal. Review. So I just watched the card reveal live stream for Rastakhan's Rumble, and I'm gonna look at the cards and we're gonna talk about them, yeah? Let's do that. So, starting off, we had the Ironhide Druid card, 7 mana, 7/7, Beast, Overkill, summon a 5/5 Ironhide Runt. So, they confirmed in the live stream that Overkills go off multiple times. So, if you kill something with 2 health, and then you kill something with 3 health, and then you kill another thing with 2 health, well, you've summoned 3 5/5s with this 7 cost 7/7. I think that even just as is, it's already worth it, just as a 7 mana 7/7, because the fact it has the Overkill means that it effectively has taunt, but a very specific taunt. He can't be running stuff into this. He has to be careful. He has to kill this in one blow, or he has to kill it down with spells, or, he has to pay attention to this card, or else. So it's just as a 7 mana 7/7 with an Overkill, it's worth it. But the fact that it's a 5/5 is... It's so good. It's ridiculously good. The fact that it's a beast, whatever. There is some beast synergy for Druid, but blah. I mean, you could resurrect this thing or any of the 5/5s with the Witchwood card. But yeah, I like this card. I like everything about this card. I love that it's common and that chances are most Druids are going to have this card to be able to play with it because it is going to be great. This card alone might revive like Big Druid again. And I've missed Big Druid a little bit. I've missed ramping up to like turn 7 by turn 4 or turn 10 by turn 5 and just playing big stuff. And I mean, Quest is still around, and this not only procs the Quest, I don't know if the little things proc the Quest. I don't think they do because of the rule change they did, like it used to, but now I don't think it does. Either way, it's gonna be awesome. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. I definitely like this. Next, Undasta, the neutral legendary 9 mana 7/7 with Rush. It's a beast and Overkill, summon a beast from your hand. So Hunter, any Hunter deck. There is no, like, I think only Mech Hunter is going to be the only Hunter that doesn't love this, and because it's a mech and because it's a beast and not a mech. Like, any other sort of Hunter is gonna like this. Fast Hunter, slow Hunter. Like, I mean, true, Fast Hunter usually wants to end the game by turn 6, but barring that, having this in your deck as a sort of a failsafe is great. It's an all-around amazing card. Rush and Overkill together is just such a happy marriage. To the point where, like, on the stream, like he said, they couldn't put Rush on everything that has Overkill because it just felt too good. They had to, like, split it up and put it only on the things that you really want to feel good. And then Undast is gonna feel good when you play it and you hit something with it and you pull out, like, the Savannah High Main or something, and it's gonna be great. And they did point out that because it's a neutral, it can pull out the Paladin legendary Shivala. It can pull out some stuff in Druid. It can pull out the Ironhide. It won't give it Rush, but it can do it. So, like, just everything about it is awesome. And because it is an Overkill, it can happen multiple times. It's just good. It's good. Next, the Gurubashi Chicken. 1 mana, 1/1 beast, Overkill, gain +5 attack. It's basically the same thing as the old, like, normal basic chicken, except instead of enrage, it's Overkill, which makes it both a little bit easier and a little bit harder, because you have to, instead of having enough health to... Oh, excuse me. Instead of having enough health to just survive getting hit in order to get that enrage, you have to both have enough health to survive being hit to get the buff, and then also have enough attack to overkill something, the bonus you get off of it is that it can happen more than once. It's not capped at a 6-1. It can become an 11-1, a 16-1, a 21-1. The chances are astronomically low. It is a meme card through and through, but a hilarious one. Plus, they probably didn't mean for it to happen, but I like that the axe is on the beak. It reminds me of Blade Beak from the Camelot movie thing, and that just gives me good childhood vibes all over. I'll probably throw it into a deck just for that reason. The Quest for Camelot. Such an underrated movie. I don't know why people dislike it. I like it. Next, the Paladin card. It's a spell, 7 mana, a new challenger. Discover... What are you yelling at? I'm talking too fast. I'm too damn excited. I'm sorry. 7 mana. Discover a 6-cost minion. Summon it with Taunt and Divine Shield. Now, they were throwing out some silly stuff like the Harpy. That it's a 4/5 with Wind Fury. You give it Taunt and Divine Shield. And we just tossed out Bane or a Cairn and giving it that so that they have to run into it and then summon Bane. I mean, both not bad. Really, there are a lot of 6-cost minions just all over that could benefit from Taunt and Divine Shield. I am slightly worried that there are a couple that already have Taunt or have Divine Shield. But, I mean, giving it... The other one is just a bonus. Yeah, there are a lot of ways this can go wrong because it is getting a random one, but you do get to discover it, so there is some choice to be made. The chances of you getting 3 really bad 6-cost minions is pretty low. I think. I haven't done the math, but I think it's pretty low. Plus, it is 7 mana on a spell, which will help you get through Shirvala, and you're getting something big out of it, so it's not a waste of mana. Yeah. I think it'll see some play. It doesn't necessarily have to be in a buff paladin or anything, or a spell-heavy paladin. Like, just as is, I think it's perfectly fine. I think you'll see some play. Next, Zentimo, the Shaman Legendary. 3 mana, 1/3. Whenever you target a minion with a spell, I'm gonna yawn again. I'm gonna get really pissed off at myself. Whenever you target a minion with a spell, it also targets adjacent ones. Oh my god. So they supplanted things like hexing, turning 3 minions into frogs. Even lightning, hitting 3 minions with lightning bolts. You could even cast things on yourself. The unstable evolution idea was a really funny one. Just like evolve your whole board in a slightly more controlled manner. Definitely some fun ideas. I do kind of wish this was in something with a little bit more buff than attack. Like, Shaman has a lot of attack sort of things that don't really care about hitting adjacent minions. A lot of board clear, a lot of like, doing Lightning Storm and stuff means nothing. Doing Volcano with this means nothing. But, there are some stuff where this is going to be really, really cool and really, really nuts. I do like that it's low cost. I do like that it has more health than it has attack. It's good. I like it. I do one small wish. I do sort of wish that it was like elemental themed or something, just so that we could get it to cost less within an elemental deck. But that's just me being picky and wishing for a lot. Doesn't need it. Next, the Waterball. Neutral card, 2 mana, 2/1. Battlecry, your next hero power. This turn costs 0. So we're going back in time to the old tournament. We're bringing back some shades of the grand tournament with this troll tournament in the arena. We're getting some hero power stuff, and we're going to be seeing a bunch more hero power stuff as well. I definitely like it. basically makes your hero power free, and it adds a 2/1 on top of it. It's just good in wild, in an inspired deck. It's going to be used definitely. If you can find room for it. Why am I yawning so much? God damn. If you can find room for it, then it's going to be in your deck. It is highly useful. It is even though, so I mean, I think it would have been better as an odd. I think it would have been better as a 1 cost, just so that you could play it in an odd deck with your hero power improved and get the benefit instead of again. I swear I'm gonna punch something if I yawn one more time. But yeah, I sort of wish it was odd cost just so that you could get that, but it doesn't need it. It's still good. I definitely think it'll see some play. Next, Jekyll the Dragon Hawk, the Loa for the Mage. 7 mana 4/4 Beast, battle cry. If your hero power dealt 8 damage this game, summon Ragnaros the Fire Lord. Ragnaros is coming back! He's coming back, and in a big, big way. And they actually showed off that the Ragnaros that this thing summons is a new Ragnaros. It is still the same Ragnaros, but it's a new Ragnaros card in that it has the Rastakhan Rumble sort of backsplash that the card has, sort of hidden in the art there, right there. But yeah, I do like that it specifies damage and not that number of times. So if you buff your hero power in some way, which we're going to see in a second that you can do, or if you get it to be free, or and it is important to mention that it is like the Giants, where if it's in your deck, it still gets the benefit. It doesn't have to be in your hand. And just the fact that it summons Ragnaros is just really cool. It's 7 mana Ragnaros plus a 4/4. It's just good. There's no reason why you wouldn't put this in a mage. Not all mages use their hero power a bunch of times, but you can use your hero power 8 times in a game. Come on. Unless it's really, really short. Unless you are winning hard and you're not going to play Jekyll anyway, you can afford to use your hero power at least 8 times. And you may not even have to use the hero power 8 times, because Spirit of the Dragonhawk, the spirit totem type card. It's not a totem, but it's the... I still don't know what to call these, like the spirit cards. Like, what are they? Are they the spirits? Are they spirit cards? I guess I'll call them that for a while. See if that sticks. But Spirit of the Dragonhawk, 2 mana, stealth for 1 turn. Your hero power also targets adjacent minions. It's a 0/3. It is important to note that because of the synergy with this, yes, that means that every time you have this on board and you use your hero power, this thing is going to go tick down 3 times. And it does keep track of the ticking, and it'll say it on a little bar. So if it says 8 times, you use that once, now it's 5 times. You use it again, and now it's 2 times. You use it again, and there you go, you're done. And with the Water Boy, hey, at least one of those is going to be free. So it's good in Elemental Mage, which is what they showed off on the stream, where you get your Death Knight Jaina. You hit multiple things with this on like a token board with a lot of things with 1 health left. You'll summon multiple elementals. It doesn't work with the freezing elemental though, for whatever reason. I don't quite understand why it doesn't. I think it should. But yeah. So even if you don't get Jekyll, if you get Spirit of the Dragonhawk, I think you're going to use it, if only to put it into an elemental deck or some sort of an inspired deck in Wild. I think it's totally worth it. Next, the Daring Fire Eater. Another mage card, 1 mana, 1/1 battle cry. Your next hero power. This turn it deals 2 more damage. They, on the stream, did the magical synergy of having the Spirit of the Dragonhawk on the board and then doing this and hitting 3 things, which decreases it by 9, which immediately just 1 hero power, bam, you're done. You can summon Jekyll and get a Ragnaros. That's 9 damage in 1 hero power. And even if you don't do that, If you use your Elemental Jaina, your Death Knight Jaina, then you deal 3 damage and it kills it. You get that Elemental. It's in the moments when you want to use your hero power, this is definitely going to be the card for it. I like that it's 1 cost, which means that you can put it into the improved one. So this is dealing, so your hero power deals 4 damage on the turn that you do this instead of 2. It is common, so everybody's gonna get some, I think, or at least most people are, because it's common. Yeah, I think this is going to be seen in a bunch of decks experimentally. It might get shoved out. It might not be enough. It's like, yeah, it's good as a 1-mana 1/1 with increasing your hero power, but it turns out it doesn't matter or something like that. This might get booted in favor of something else. I could see that. But if you need that little bit of extra help, it's there. And that's the important thing. Next. Oh no, that was it. That was the last one. Oh god, that went by so fast for me. Oh jeez, I'm so excited, you guys. I'm so excited. I can't breathe. I am so excited to see what's coming up next. I want to see more. I want to look at more of these cards. They're so cool. They're so good, too. Oh my god. My friend Craven was pointing that out. A lot of these are like just plain good cards. They're not like tricksy cards. Some of them are tricksy cards where you need to get it out right. Like the whole Boomsday expansion was a whole tricksy cards where if you get them out right, then some shenanigans are down. These are just plain good. And we've been sort of starved of just good cards this whole like season. And we're just getting them all at once, and I'm so excited. I want to know what Gonk is so bad. Let's take a guess real quick. I know I should end the episode, but real quick, I just want to guess which one of these is gonna be Gonk. Which one of these is gonna be... That one might be Gonk. Which would make sense because one of these is probably Spirit of Gonk. So if we get Gonk on Wednesday, then on Thanksgiving we'll get Spirit of Gonk. I think the chances of that are good, and then that's probably Kragwa or the Spirit of Kragwa. Oh my god! Oh, I'm so fucking excited! Oh, I want to see more cards. Okay, goodbye everybody. Goodbye. Hi again. Real fast. Wouldn't you know it? Just my luck. Frickin' like, as I was editing the video, a bunch of cards got accidentally leaked and another card got revealed, and I know like another card's gonna come out a little bit later today. I just feel bad that like as I'm editing these cards came out, I can add them, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So real quick, just 4 more cards. I know I dragged it out and now I'm paying for it. So we got Shriek, Warlock card, 1 mana spell. Discard your lowest cost card. Deal 2 damage to all minions. Meh, blah, not really all that good. Discard Warlock isn't even going to like it that much. It's just sort of blah. Yeah, it's blah. Like, yeah, nah. Like, maybe, if you're going half and half with the discard, you're not going all in with the discard lock, you're just doing a little bit, maybe this can help you out. So that you don't accidentally throw away your, like, demonology thing or something. But it's still blah. It really is. Next. High Priestess Jekyll. 4 mana, 3/4, taunt, lifesteal. When you discard this, add 2 copies of it to your hand. This is actually pretty good because not only does it gain a benefit off of being discarded, it gives you additional copies so that you can discard multiple things at once and get this back a whole bunch. So like early on, if you do like something small and you discard and this happens, you get 2 of them back. If you play like the Lakari Fellhound, you discard 2 cards. You discard 2 of these, you'll get 4 of them. And then, like, if you Cataclysm Then you get rid of those 4, and you come back with a whole handful of High Priestess Jekyll, and then you can sort of play them as needed on top of like all the like little dudes. I'm wondering if maybe this is the card that's supposed to save us when the quest eventually goes away. It's not gonna do that. This card is dying as soon as that quest is dying. Discard Warlock is dying as soon as that quest is dying. I don't know what they're gonna do about that. But as long as it's still there, Taunt and Lifesteal on a 4-mana card that you can get copies of, it's pretty hard to argue. Sure. Next. Reckless Dire Troll, 3-mana 2/6 with Taunt. Battlecry, discard your lowest cost card. Now this I could see working. Because it discards the lowest cost cards, so you're not going to get rid of your Demonology or anything. It is low cost itself, and it's a 2/6 with Taunt, which means that you are getting a big benefit. You're getting an extra 2 health and a Taunt off of discarding the lowest cost card in your hand. So this, I think, is probably the first actually really good discard card that doesn't require a discard thing. Like this one, like maybe also the Succubus. Maybe you'd risk the Succubus, because it is a 2-mana 4/3. That's pretty hard to argue with. If it was a 3/4, it would be better! But this is like the alternative. Instead of a 2-mana 4/3, how about a 3-mana 2/6, and you get to semi-choose what you get to discard. Being able to choose what you discard makes all the difference here. I think this will see play. I think this is actually a pretty good card. Next, the Soul Warden. 6-mana 6/6, Battlecry, add 3 random cards you discarded this game to your hand. This is pretty good too. It's a Battlecry instead of a Death Rattle, which makes all the difference. The Dinomancer was a Death Rattle, and it was a bad Death Rattle because it put it back in your hand. It didn't put it on the field. It didn't summon it. I don't think it did. It might have summoned it. If it summoned it, then I'm remembering it wrong. Even as a Death Rattle, it's still not great. This is a Battlecry. And that makes all the difference. It really does. That means that when you play it, not only are you not losing anything, but you're getting 3 things that you lost previously. Say you lost something you didn't want to lose, you can get it back. You can get multiples of those things back. Yeah, if you're getting back tokens, maybe you don't care so much about this, but if you lost something valuable, this is a good emergency card to have. This is a good, like, in case of emergencies card to have. You might not get back the thing you want, but you'll get something back, and I think that's important. Plus, it's well setted at 6-mana 6/6. It's definitely not bad. I do think this will see play in anything that risks some discarding. I like it. Next. And finally, the Smolder Thorn Lancer. Warrior card. It's the first warrior card we've seen after Solthrazi. Like, we've seen Solthrazi at the very beginning, and now this, finally. Warrior has been getting no love in the reveal so far. But a Smolder Thorn Lancer. 3-mana 3/2 Battlecry. If you're holding a dragon, destroy a damaged enemy minion. It's execute, but with a 3/2 body on the condition that you have a dragon. Dragon Warrior was something that was experimented with way back in Blackrock Mountain, and it did not work. It died out to Priest Dragon. Dragon Priest ended up seeing play. And they've never tried it again. Well, they tried it again in Kobolds and Catacombs a little bit. They had it as one of the options, and it actually was one of the good options. It worked out. Never worked in Constructed, though. They just couldn't get it to work in Constructed or in Wild. It just never came together. If they're going to try that again without Dragon Priest to sort of overshadow it, I am all on board for that. I want to see a Dragon Warrior deck. Because Dragon Warrior, just saying Dragon Warrior, just sounds really cool. It's a shame we don't get to do it more. I am all on board for that. This card, on its own, though, bleh. It's an execute with a 3/2 body. Bleh. Like, if you are doing a Dragon Warrior deck, then you'll put this in. Otherwise, you'll probably skip it, to be honest. Alright. Now, goodbye, everybody. Sheesh.